It was just after dawn when the headlines flashed across Philippine TV screens. Breaking, Philippines eyes F-16 fighter jets in landmark defense deal. News anchors sounded breathless. The studio lights captured faces of excitement and concern. Social media erupted as hashtags like F-16, PH, and PH air defense trended in minutes. For years, rumors swirled about modern jets joining the Philippine Air Force. Now it was happening, live, in real time. Across the city, radios crackled with urgent updates. In coffee shops, commuters stared at their phones, watching clips of the mighty F-16 Block 70, 72 streaking through the sky. Local news sites crashed under a flood of eager clicks. The nation was wide awake. Something big was in the air, and it was more than just morning traffic. The significance was immediate. The Philippines, long reliant on aging aircraft, was poised for a leap into the modern era. The anticipation was electric. Could this be the game-changer everyone hoped for? The mood shifted from curiosity to national pride in a matter of hours. By noon, even school children could name the F-16. In a country where defense headlines rarely dominated, today was different. The sky over the Philippines would never look the same. The story began months earlier, in quiet conference rooms and secret phone calls. Now, officials stepped into the spotlight. The Department of National Defense announced active talks with the United States for up to a dozen F-16 Block 70, 72 jets. The president hailed it as a bold step for national security. Defense Secretary Teodoro spoke to reporters. "We are entering a new age of air defense," he declared. Negotiators revealed details. The most advanced F-16 variant, equipped with cutting-edge radars and weapons. The cost, billions of pesos, an investment, they said, in peace and deterrence. American diplomats smiled for the cameras, promising support and partnership. The U.S. stands shoulder to shoulder with the Philippines, one ambassador stated. Parliament members debated the deal. Some called it overdue, others questioned the price tag. Behind closed doors, military planners mapped out how the new jets could shift the balance in the South China Sea. The pressure was on. Every government move was dissected, discussed, and debated. All eyes were on the palace and the Pentagon. The question wasn't just if the deal would happen, but when. And what would it mean for the nation's future? As news spread, the reaction was swift and passionate. Supporters cheered on social media. "Finally, we're catching up. Proud to be Filipino," one tweet declared. Memes of F-16s with Philippine flags flooded Facebook. Students debated air power in schoolyards. Veterans remembered the days when the Philippines flew supersonic jets, but doubts surfaced too. Some citizens worried about spending billions on planes while hospitals still lacked beds. Defense is important, but so is food and shelter, a viral post argued. Opinion leaders called for transparency. Was this the best use of funds? Could the jets really keep the country safer? Defense experts weighed in on TV. Some praised the move as essential for modern defense. Others warned of mixing politics with military needs. The public wanted answers. How would pilots be trained? Where would the jets be based? Was the country ready for this leap? In living rooms, offices, and jeepneys, the debate raged on. Hope, pride, worry, and skepticism all mixed together. The F-16 deal was more than a defense decision. It was a test of the nation's values and priorities. To understand the buzz, look back at where the Philippine Air Force came from. Decades ago, the Philippines had some of Asia's best jets, F-5s and F-8s. But over time, budgets dried up, planes aged, parts grew scarce. By the 2000s, the country's fighter fleet was grounded. The skies grew quiet. Meanwhile, regional tensions rose. China built islands in the South China Sea, just miles from Philippine shores. Neighbors modernized their fleets. Vietnam, Malaysia, and Indonesia bought new jets. The Philippines watched, worried, and waited. In response, the Air Force bought FA-50 light jets from South Korea. Not true fighters, but a welcome upgrade. Still, the gap remained. Patrols were limited. Air defense relied on a handful of older planes and ground radars. The threat loomed larger every year. For many, the F-16 deal was about catching up. It was a statement: the Philippines would not be left behind. The past was a lesson. The future demanded action. So, what makes the F-16 Block 70 and 72 so special? Well, it's not just a jet, it's honestly a legend. The F-16 has flown with more than 25 air forces worldwide. Now, the Block 70 and 72 is the newest, most advanced version yet. It carries the latest APG-83 AESA radar, giving pilots eyes far beyond the horizon. It's fast, agile, and tough. This F-16 can fire modern missiles, drop smart bombs, and even jam enemy radars. Its cockpit is digital with big screens and high-tech systems. Pilots get helmet-mounted sights, so they can just look, lock, and fire. Engine upgrades mean more thrust and a longer life. Maintenance is way easier thanks to new diagnostics. Countries like Bahrain, Slovakia, and Taiwan have already chosen this jet. Its combat record is unmatched, from the Middle East to the Balkans. For the Philippines, it offers not just power, but real reliability. A jet proven in both war and peace. The Block 70 and 72 isn't just a step up, it's a leap. It brings the Philippines into the world's top air forces. And honestly, that's why the buzz is so loud. It's why so many are watching, waiting, and hoping. And the Philippines is an archipelago of over 7,000 islands. Its skies are vast, and its borders, honestly, are hard to watch. From Luzon to Mindanao, the nation's territory stretches across these really vital sea lanes. Pirates, smugglers, and foreign ships are testing those borders every single day. Security is a constant challenge. And then, you add the South China Sea disputes into the mix. China claims most of the sea, building runways and bases on reefs. Filipino fishermen are reporting harassment, and Navy ships are playing cat and mouse with bigger, better-equipped neighbors. The stakes are high: national sovereignty and access to resources. Modern jets, well, they change the game. They patrol faster, farther, and longer. They can intercept threats before they reach Philippine shores. They give decision-makers options, diplomatic or military. Strong air power is a message. We can defend ourselves. Geography is destiny. For the Philippines, that means watching the skies and seas. The F-16 Block 7072 could be the tool to do just that. For every voice cheering the F-16, another asks, is it worth the cost? Billions could buy hospitals, roads, or schools. Critics point to poverty and disaster recovery needs. Jets don't feed families, one community leader says. The government faces some tough choices here. Supporters argue that defense is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Without security, nothing else lasts. Modern jets deter threats and disasters. They protect fishermen, borders, and even disaster zones, able to reach remote islands quickly after typhoons or quakes. Some propose a middle path: buy fewer jets, invest more in training and logistics. Others want full commitment, a modern air force for a modern nation. The debate spills into Congress, media, and honestly, daily life. In the end, the F-16 deal is about trade-offs: defense, deterrence, disaster response, or social programs and basic needs. The answer, many agree, will shape the country for generations. Look at what the Air Force flies today: mostly F-A-50PH light fighters, helicopters, and a few transport planes. The F-A-50 is fast but lightly armed with limited radar range. Maintenance is simpler, but capabilities lag behind neighbors. Older S-211 trainers do little against modern threats. Now, compare that to the F-16 Block 7072. It's faster, flies higher, and carries more weapons. Its radar can see hundreds of kilometers. It can fight day or night, in any weather. Electronic warfare systems jam enemy missiles. Pilots get more information, faster, and safer. Maintenance is also streamlined. Digital diagnostics mean less downtime. Spare parts are globally available. The result? More jets, ready more often, with fewer breakdowns. For pilots, it's a dream come true. For adversaries, it's a reason to think twice. The F-16 Block 7072 doesn't just upgrade the fleet, it transforms it. The F-16 deal is about more than hardware. It's about the US-Philippines alliance, forged over decades. With these jets, American and Filipino pilots will train together. Exercises will grow in size and complexity. Intelligence sharing will deepen. The message to allies and rivals alike. The partnership is alive and strong. Washington has promised support, spare parts, training, and logistics. Filipino pilots will train in the US, learning from experienced F-16 crews. Joint patrols could soon cover the South China Sea. Disaster response missions will be faster, better, and safer. Critics warn of dependence on foreign technology. Supporters say cooperation is strength. For many, the alliance is a shield and a signal. The F-16s are not just machines. They are a promise. The sky over the Philippines will soon be shared by new allies, new skills, and new hope. National pride soars alongside the jets, proof that the Philippines is ready for the challenges ahead.